Nobody's ready for this. Still not ready for this. So I come to you today from the shed. There's the beautiful music of Mother Nature on a Friday morning. So Shayna's making she's making bottles for the bottle babies, and she's gonna do that, and we're both gonna knock chores out here quick. But I'm gonna see if I can do this without my coveralls. I got my heavy coat on, full face stocking mask, and we're rocking sweatpants and muck boots, you know, the wardrobe of champions. We have got a blizzard warning today. I want to say it's maybe January 15th, whatever Friday is. And the kids have school canceled. Probably going to keep Jackson home from his speech therapy school. And heck, even Lincoln Public School's canceled. We went from a trace of snow to 1 to 3 inches to now they're talking maybe 2 to 6 in the blizzard warning. I think we're on the fringe of that, but they say do not travel. Well, I mean, I could ride my bicycle on that road. I might get tipped over. I mean, if it can push over a 260-pound man. We're gonna get chores knocked out here and see what we can do. You can see on the tractor, I've had it plugged in all night. I need to bring it in, but it's got icicles off of it from being warm. So let's step over here and see if I gave everybody some extra straw last night, and everybody's eager for some feed, but they're not eager to come out. You know, we ain't got much snow. Most of it had melted, but it has blown. We got, you know, anywhere from 8 to 12 inches in that drift. But we'll get some goats fed here, and who knows, maybe we'll check in with you, or maybe we'll be down in Kansas by the time we get walking around the building. Well, I really don't know how I'm gonna fill their grass hay. Everybody's got just a little bit. They're probably gonna have to do this blizzard warning till about 6 tonight. Like I said, if there was more snow, it would be nasty. You can see it blowing down in the bottom. So hopefully we don't get much. Gave everybody a little bit of straw, at least they got some extra bedding. I don't know about all you guys, but well, all the goats come out, so that's always good when it's cold. Here's I got them bedded pretty deep in this little shed, but here's one of my favorite sights as my hand is freezing taping this. This is one of my favorite sights when you have really cold, crappy weather, is seeing open water and tank heaters working. So as many of you know, we do use a round bale grass hay. There, that's a little easier. We do use a round bale grass hay. And we pitchfork it, and we drop it here in the shed. I'd pan over, but it's dirty over there, and I don't want to show you how dirty my shed is. So that makes it very difficult for today. I do wish I had some small squares grass, or I wish that I had a small square baler so I could have put some of our grass into some small squares. But anyway, that would have made it a lot easier today. I could have just carried a full bale out there and tossed it in the feeder and pop the twine off and called it good. But so something to think about when it's really poopy weather outside. Maybe good to have some of your different forages that you're feeding your goats or whatever critter in some different forms, so that way you can get through some of this, because there's no way in the world I'm taking a pitchfork of hay over right now in this wind. It would be across the road. So who knows, maybe I'll bear hug some and throw it in the feeder. But honestly, the wind's blowing so hard right now, it's starting to blow some of the hay up and out of the feeders, so I don't want to waste any more of it if they can't get to it. And frankly, they'll eat their grain. They're going to go back in the shed. They may come nibble on it a little bit, but they probably won't take much in today. They've got fresh straw in their sheds. Honestly, they're ornery. They'll probably munch on some of that. I am not counting on that as a forage, but with it being really ucky like it is right now, that's probably what they'll go to anyway. So I think I'll be okay till tonight when the blizzard warning cuts down at about 6 o'clock. Okay, so here we are in the goat mahal, as we're calling it, the newest weaning shed, and it's really pretty nice in here. You don't hear the wind howling. This is where this carpet is really helping. We actually, as you can see, everybody is tolerating each other for eating grain right now. Actually pretty nice in here. I'll see how the other shed compares. It's had the door open all night, but everybody's in here and comfortable. We'll get them a little bit more hay. Ideally, it'd be nice to see them finish that, but I'll probably throw a couple flakes in there and I'll bunch that up. This is the one problem with putting the feeders on the wall like I do, is those naughty babies. There's Spotty's full-blood buck. And they're getting very curious on grain, so we keep a little grain in there for them. And there's Grace's boy. Okay guys, well, an update in the other shed. So as you can see, some of them have been chewing my plastic. The insulation is down. All I had finished the other day was that wall with topping the insulation off with that good bat. I'm gonna still come in here, probably, I don't know if I'll redo that, but I'm gonna replace that chunk, probably replace these, get some wood up, and get a roof on it, or not a roof, but a ceiling. But I do notice a pretty good difference in here, temperature wise. Both of the sheds and their doors are oriented the exact same way. That is the northwest, and I'm feeling it being cooler in here. Now, these babies are just a hair older, still not under there, in there eating some grain. But like I said, I can notice a difference. So if you're gonna do the inside of a shed, consider that R13 bat. Like I said, they're not insulated, so some days it does get kind of warm in here. Consider the R13 bat instead of this like R8 or R9, whatever it is. Plus it's cheaper. Wood it up the side to prevent this, because wood has a slight thermal property to it. But like I said, I can tell a difference just standing in here. That's a big boy. See, this is the problem I have with this creep gate, is when they get to this size, you can tell he's quite a bit taller, and I cannot adjust that bar. Well, Shayna's over finishing the kidding shed. We staged some alfalfa bales over there last night just in case. She had all that over there. I see she just grabbed the bucket of grain. But we're getting to that point where obviously we're feeding a higher grain load for condition and help with milk production. We're also giving that alfalfa for those same reasons. I don't know, Shayna, it's kind of like Pinky in the brain. She could give you the exact reasons, and we'll talk about it in a feed video we'll do. But anyway, we'll probably be switching those girls over to grass hay here before too long, so that way we can kind of slowly transition that production down, especially as those babies start to eat that creep and eat some alfalfa with mom. We want to get them slowing down at a gradual rate. So we'll probably start to introduce some prairie hay back into their diet to take away from that alfalfa. So that's something you'll probably see coming up. If you're wondering, that's the reason. But anyway, she's about done. She's in that nice warm shed. It's almost Sunday, so it's about time to clean the shed again. So we'll check in with you guys later. So it's lunchtime. Fanny came out to get a drink. Everybody's inside, but snow's picking up, and they say it's pretty bad out there. I mean, I can see a couple hundred yards to the road at least anyway for now, but Yeah, definitely a poopy blizzard day. Well, the world didn't end, and we didn't get a ton of snow. But the little bit of snow we did get, we drifted again. We're kind of protected to the northwest here, back across our bigger pen, with some trees down in the pasture, and so you don't hear it howling as bad. But it is drifting. Here about 2 miles south of us, it's drifted pretty good. So I'd say we made it out of this blizzard warning doing pretty good. But I have got, you can't see it, I've got bottles. It's time to feed the bottle babies. We have actually bumped them up to 2 feedings a day. They're gonna get about 20 ounces each feeding. You can hear them already, just because they're starting to eat grain and hay. Oh, the door's froze shut. And this little lady, Tori, she's gonna start kidding before too long. We're on goat booty watch. So we've actually got, as you can see, we've got I want to say Matthew and Mark over here, and we've got Rachel and Frankenstein here. They're very angry because it's bottle time. They're not all going to get fed at once. However, those boys have been hitting the grain and the alfalfa a lot harder. And so Shayna got them some grass hay, and I don't think they probably even have grain. They're not scouring, but they definitely got the poops, or have had the poops. So since they're hitting it so hard, we've cut them back on the sweets, and they'll get fed here in a second. And these two savages are going to get fed. Okay, well, I don't know if I'll catch them doing it. Oh yeah, there it is. So a couple of you had asked about these master paw pens that we have. Obviously we've got 6 or 7 of them set up in here, including this one now with these 2 boys being moved. But this is a plus and a minus of these pens. They're not made for mama goats to be butting heads across. So obviously the little gate latches can become twisted very easily. They're not a very heavy metal. And they've got just a couple screws in them there. I think it's Agri Supply Company or something like that, ASC. I actually found one that looks identical to this, but it's got like a carriage bolt and a wing nut on the back side of the pipe to attach it. So I might order them to have some backup latches, because that's really the only issue on some of these panels. Unless you have a destroyed panel, then you can unscrew that latch. But eventually what will happen, I don't know if I've got one here I can show you, but eventually what will happen is the welds, they're just a little spot weld. They'll eventually bust those welds out. And it is feeding time, so Rebar and Tori here, for whatever reason, pregnant mama Tori decided to do the dog squat right here in front of her pen, and Rebar didn't like it. And what is going on with this one? Okay, well, Lizzie decides that she doesn't either like number 3 or 3 doesn't like her, and Lizzie will just start beating her pin around. Well, I don't have these attached to the wall because it would take me a ton of conduit clamps. Plus, we usually put them together pretty tight. See? This is why we can't have nice things, ladies. Hey! Hey! I'm going to put you in timeout. Go. Get out of here, lady. But that's why we can't have nice things. It's because we have goats. So, anyway, once Tori kids, we'll do some moving around. I would imagine, I want to say 777 and her triplets, or not 777, 1049, her triplets will probably come out. Frank and Rachel. Not sure what we're going to do with the bottle babies yet, but everybody will probably come out here shortly. Tori will go in, and then the other 3 that we have will probably get moved closer to the shed out here out front. And then we'll start getting some group living, and we'll be about done for the season.
Nothing has gone the way it was supposed to today. None of my plans have panned out the way I have this planned. It's already almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I wanted to have everything done by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And no, it's just not how it goes sometimes. So, just kind of a quick update. Tori, she was our holdout. She was the last one to kid. She was a first timer. She had a very, very difficult delivery this morning. Her first kid was dead on arrival. He was kind of the culprit. He was the problem child. He was blocking the exit, and because he was basically turned in on himself, and we couldn't get him rearranged. And anyway, so I'll have a video on them.
Hey guys, this is Brandon coming to you from the Seward Animal Clinic. Just wanted to let you know that Tori, we had to bring her over here a half hour to have Doc pull the babies. We have one DOA over here. It was a young buck kid. He was kind of blocking the path. I have not looked to see what these two are. It's only 20, maybe 20 some degrees wind chill right now in an open trailer. So we're getting mom and babies bonded. We'll see about getting them some Bosie, maybe some glucose, and we've got milk to tube them to get them home. But just a quick check in here on Tori's very difficult labor. Doc did get them pulled, but like I said, we had one blocking.
But her other two kids, Ado and Buck, are doing excellent. I'm watching them now. They're getting up and they're talking and they're eating. She has a really small bag, but I'm tubing them and they're still nursing, and she has colostrum. So we're just going to give her time for that to come in. And then what I'm doing today is I'm getting ready to let all of the January babies out. We're gonna tag them. I was gonna CDT today, but then I also forgot that I forgot to get more CDT, or I remembered that I forgot to get more CDT. So that'll have to happen tomorrow. I will ask Brandon to pick me up some from the store when he gets home tonight because I forgot. But anyway, yeah, so normally this is a really exciting day because I get to take almost all the pens down and get everything like clean for the first time. And it's just been a day. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started tagging them. I have a video, I think I'll link, you'll see it up above, a little white strip right about here, where I talk more about CDT and what and why and all that stuff with that vaccination. But I've already had this started. This is you can see it, I'll get a little bit closer. That's the stuff that I'll be looking at. So I'll look at the full blood there, the full blood bucks. I'll check out their teat structure, their scrotal structure, if they have a split sac or not, and then how their pigment is, if they have good pigment, potentially poor pigment, and then all of the doe kids, I'll record what I find for their teat structure and their pigment. So anyway, we'll get started.
I know that we're gonna make it. I thank the stars above. I know. I thank the stars above. I know that we're gonna make it. I know. We're gonna make it.
Stepping like a weapon on the field to get some. On the real, we appear to get gone. Victory is ours, bring the chip home. Galactic, and I'm looking to get more. Raise it up, seen but you don't know. Running like the blood, pumping from the pressure of adrenaline rush. We crush whatever we touch. Where you been, yo? Everyone know. And if you still don't get it, let it chill for a minute. Time is money, and trust me, man, I'm all business. And if you want something done, do yourself to get it finished. Wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you with me. It's time.
I thank the stars above. I know that we're gonna make it.
It'll take all we got, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. Taking off, flying high like a spaceship. Take control, take a shot, what you waiting for?
Well, it is 12:30 in the morning. I had to give up around 2:30 to relieve my sister so she could leave, and we didn't get back to it until I think, I don't know, 8:30 tonight.
Yeah, probably closer to 9.
Yeah, and so we're still short a few shavings here. I got to bring another couple bags tomorrow, and then got to
Right,
clean
yeah,
the water out.
Probably 3. We're about 10 bags deep into this shed.